Hello and welcome back to Lux Insider with me, Anita Khatri. As promised, I'm back with yet another episode on watch complication. Today, let's dive into chronographs. This is one complication worn by many but understood by a few. When we speak about complications in watchmaking, one stands above the rest in popularity, emotion, and mechanical drama: the chronograph. A chronograph is not just a watch that tells time, it is a watch that measures time. At its simplest, it is a built in stopwatch activated by pushers, independent from the regular time display. But historically, the chronograph was never just about timing seconds, it was about speed, aviation, motorsports, space exploration. It represents mankind's desire to measure performance within time. Let us begin with the most familiar type, the standard two pusher chronograph. One pusher starts and stops the timing. The second pusher resets it to zero. You will usually see a central chronograph seconds hand, a 30-minute counter, often a 12-hour counter. This format gives birth to some of the most iconic watches ever made. The Omega Speedmaster Professional, famously worn during lunar missions. The Rolex Daytona, born from motorsport timing. The tag Heuer Carrera, deeply rooted in racing heritage. This is the foundation, the purest form of chronograph. Originally, all chronographs were manual wound. You wound them daily. You felt the mechanism, built tension. The Speedmaster Professional remains manual today, intentionally preserving that tactile ritual. The Omega Speedmaster is available in both manual winding and automatic versions. Then came automatic chronographs, self winding through rotor motion. They brought convenience without sacrificing complexity. Today, collectors often choose between manual for tradition or automatic for everyday usability. Both represent different philosophies of engagement. Now, we go deeper inside the moment. A chronograph requires a control mechanism. There are two primary systems. First, the column wheel. This is the traditional refined architecture. It delivers smoother pusher feel and is often considered more prestigious. High-end maisons like Patek Philippe and Vacheron Constantin frequently use column wheel chronographs. Second, the cam or lever system. More industrial, more cost efficient, extremely reliable. To a casual wearer, both function similarly. To a connoisseur, the difference is mechanical poetry. The flyback chronograph was originally developed for pilots. In a standard chronograph, you must stop, reset, and restart to time a new interval. With the flyback, you press once and the chronograph hand instantly resets and restarts. It saves crucial seconds. A classic example is the Breguet Type XX. This is where functionality shaped innovation. And then comes the rattrapante, split seconds. Now we are entering high complexity. The rattrapante or split seconds chronograph. This allows you to measure two events simultaneously. There are two central second hands stacked on top of each other. One can be stopped to record an intermediate time, while the other continues running. Then, with another press, the stopped hand catches up. It is one of the most mechanically demanding chronograph constructions. A stunning modern example is the Patek Philippe 5370P. This is not just timing, this is choreography in steel. Then, modern watchmaking pushed precision further. High frequency chronographs can measure 1/10 or even 1/100 of a second. The pioneer here was Zenith with the El Primero, beating at 36,000 vibrations per hour. Higher frequency means smoother sweep and greater precision, but it also demands more energy, more engineering refinement. It is mechanical audacity. One more mechanical distinction: The clutch system engages the chronograph. A lateral clutch is traditional. You can often see the gears mesh when activated. A vertical clutch engages more smoothly, reducing hand jump and wear. Modern chronographs like the Daytona use vertical clutch systems for smoother activations. These nuances define quality at the highest level. In a world where your phone can measure time more accurately than any mechanical watch, why does the chronograph still matter? Because it transforms time into action through highly complex mechanical action of meshing clutches and gears working in tandem. You don't just observe time, you start it, you stop it, you define an event. The chronograph is interactive horology, emotion, and perhaps that is why, more than a century later, it remains the king of sporting complications. And this is also one of the reasons why, when I introduced my first coffee table book, which was last year, I began with a coffee table book focused on chronographs. So I have written a book almost 200 pages, more than 200 pages, only on chronographs. So if you want to know and understand details about the evolution of chronograph, history of chronograph, different types of chronograph, please visit the Instagram handle Anita Khatri, A Sense of Time. All in single line, no space. Just type Anita Khatri, A Sense of Time, and you can definitely buy your copy out there. Thank you for watching me, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe the channel if you haven't already, because this series continue and we will bring you next episode on yet another complication. Thank you.